Some people be discouraged by other people's success. You have people like me who's motivated by other people's success.
All right, all right. So we will be learning about the word laudable, of which this word is used as an adjective, and the origin of this word is Latin in the 15th century. So laudable means of an action, idea, or goal deserving praise and commendation. Let's hear a bit of history to see where this word was actually created from. Laudable is based on the Latin word laudabilis, which means worthy of being praised. Did you know that many celebrities are beloved because of their laudable acts? We don't just love Dolly Parton because she's a talented singer and songwriter, but also because she gives generously to medical, educational, and social causes while staying humble. Lizzo is likewise an excellent singer, songwriter, and performer, but her devoted fan base is often just as excited about the laudable effort she's made to make people feel better about loving their bodies as they are. Public figures who do such laudable things with their money and influence are inspiring because they offer an example of how to live well, and their audiences tend to reward them with adoration. Now, that was actually an interesting fun fact to read because many celebrities that do tend to do laudable things are always entertaining and they're just so full of life and loving every bit of it. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So we know the definition of this word laudable means an action, idea, or goal that deserves praise and commendation. So let's keep that in mind when we move on to our first exercise. So we are going to select the two sentences that use the word laudable correctly. And for those of you that are viewing this video on Spotify or YouTube, you will see the question on the next screen along with a multiple choice answer. And if you're unable to view this video, just be sure to follow along as we will read the questions, read the sentences, and then we'll also discuss our answers right after that. So let's go ahead and take a quick 30-second music break to complete this task, and then we'll resume and share our answers right after this. All right, and we are back. So, how do you think you did? I'm pretty sure, once again, I know you got them. You know why? Because we're learning this word inside and out. But let's go ahead and go over this exercise. So, select the two sentences that use the word laudable correctly. A, before dawn, the laudable clouds rolled in from the ocean. B, despite a laudable effort to tie the game in the ninth inning, the visiting team was defeated. And C, the neighbors commended my teenage son's laudable efforts to clean up the local park. Now, yes, I know this is a tough one once again, but let's take a look at the context clues to see which sentence would be correct and which sentence would be incorrect. And remember, context clues are the words that surround the word that we're learning about. So, if we know that the word laudable means an action, idea, or goal that deserves praise and commendation, let's take a look at the first sentence. Before dawn, the laudable clouds rolled in from the ocean. So, if that is our sentence, let's go ahead and replace the word laudable with the definition to see if it would work. Before dawn, the clouds that deserve praise rolled in from the ocean. Do you think that works? I don't know either. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next sentence to see. Despite a laudable effort to tie the game in the ninth inning, the visiting team was defeated. Now let's once again replace the word laudable with the definition. Despite the goal that deserves praise and effort to tie the game in the ninth inning, the visiting team was defeated. Do you feel like the word, the definition works in this sentence? I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last sentence. The neighbors commended my teenage son's laudable efforts to clean up the local park. Once again, let's go ahead and replace the word laudable with the definition. The neighbors commended my teenage son's actions and efforts to clean up the local park. Do you feel like laudable works in that sentence? Let's take a look at all three. So, if we look at these three sentences, I really feel like laudable looks like it works in each and every one. But once we actually broke the sentences down and replaced the word laudable with the definition, one of these sentences just did not make sense. So, if you did select letters B and C, you were correct, as both of these sentences use this word laudable correctly. Now, A actually sounded very, very close because once the sentence was read, it actually sounded like laudable went with that sentence. But once we replaced that word with the definition, that's when it sounded like the sentence really didn't make sense. So if you did choose letter A, just be sure to break down the sentence, use the definition in place of the word, and also look at your context clues. All right. Awesome. 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 All right, let's go ahead and keep things moving and let's get into our next exercise, which is another question with multiple choice answers. But instead of sentences, we'll actually be focusing on the definition. So, does laudable mean A, an awkward, complex, or hazardous situation? B, a soft, boggy area of land that gives away underfoot? Or C, an action, idea, or goal deserving praise and commendation? Out of these three multiple choice answers, which one would you say is the true definition of laudable? Now, I feel like we actually just learned this word once again, so I know you are all going to get it right. So, if you did select letter C, then you are correct. The definition of laudable is an action, idea, or goal deserving praise and commendation. Yes, yes, yes. All right. And last but not least, we are going to create our own sentences using this word laudable. We now know what the word means. So now we just have to figure out how to use it in the correct way. All right. So we know that this word is an adjective, which is a word or phrase naming an attribute added to or grammatically related to a noun to modify or describe it. So when we do create our sentences, we are going to use sentences. We're going to use this word in the sentence to describe something. All right, so let's go ahead and take our break and let's create our own examples. And always remember that you can use the definition in place of the word to make sure you're using it correctly. All right, let's take about a 25-second music break and we'll be right back to share our examples right after this. All right, all right. And what did we come up with? You can always share your examples with me if you like. And if not, just be sure to follow along. So, my sentence using this word laudable is I have made laudable efforts to better my podcasting show. Always be your own motivation. Yes, yes, yes. Because I have most definitely had an action, idea, or goal in mind to keep continuing to create segments to be able to distribute to you all here on this podcasting channel. Yes, yes, yes. So, if you did not, be sure to create your own sentences using this word laudable. And if you did enjoy learning a new word today and you're interested in learning even more, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can always be notified every single time we do learn something new. But be sure to add this word laudable to your word bank. And as always, try to spread a little knowledge and let the next know about the new word you learned.